Okay, so let's move on and let's talk about adaptations and strategies for academic instruction. Vision becomes a hearing impaired student's primary means for receiving information. It is vitally essential to utilize visual aids whenever possible. Consider using posters, charts, flashcards, pictures, manipulatives, graphic organizers, artifacts, or any visual items to illustrate concepts. There are also other helpful approaches that you can include in academic instruction. That's that may include writing all homework, assignments, class instructions, and procedural changes on the board. You can also use visual cues for important topics. Remember not to speak while you have your back to the students. And that is super important. Many hearing impaired students rely heavily on the ability to read lips. So make sure you have eye contact with your students. Also, if a student is proficient on the computer, look into providing them with a laptop for notes and communications during class. There are definitely plenty of apps out there that can help you with this. Consider using a talking stick for group discussions. This will help students know who is speaking. You may also consider providing outlines of the daily lessons and printed copies of the notes, allowing them to focus on discussion and questions while you are teaching. This is very important as well for students who have sign language interpreters. Provide their interpreters with these outlines. Give them a chance to go over the outlines with the student so they can so they can zone in on key concepts and vocabularies. The other thing you may try are caption videos in the class. Also, use sound amplification equipment. Keep in mind that many students may be partially impaired and hearing impaired, so amplifying equipment like microphones work really well in those situations. Next, let's move on to adaptations and strategies for social behavior. Now, children with hearing loss can also experience trouble socially. Communication is vital to social interaction and healthy peer relationships. Without the ability to communicate effectively, they often experience feeling of isolation and unhappiness. It's also important to keep in mind that hearing impaired students normally develop socially slower than to their peers. So here are some important strategies that you may be able to use. You may want to talk about feelings, beliefs, values, and thoughts. So help your students see into your mind. A really good strategy for this is to think aloud. Also, storybooks and movies are a great resource for concepts related to social interaction. Make sure you help make what characters are thinking more obvious by putting thoughts and emotion into the language. Next, help students understand facial expression, gestures, and postures. Attach words to those feelings. You want to make sure you model good social skills. You may also want to role play with them. And next, you also want to reinforce good behavior, compliment them, praise them. Just make sure that you are specific about what he or she did well for the praises. Now, I really hope that you enjoyed both Megan and I's presentations. I hope that you guys got a lot of information out of it. Um, Here are some of the references that we use throughout our presentation if for further reading. Again, thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.